Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me for this segment, we have Andrew Feldman, co-founder and CEO of Cerebras, to discuss advancing AI in various industries like healthcare, energy, climate, and more. Andrew, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you for having me, Jill. It's good to be here.
You got it. The generative AI industry has exploded in 2023 with the rise of applications like ChatGPT and Midjourney. How has this new wave of AI impacted Cerebras and the market size for AI?
Well, I think a wave this big is going to impact everybody. You know, for the last 6 or 7 years, we've been building the compute infrastructure, sort of the picks and shovels underpinning AI. And the big wave that generative AI produced has launched us forward, has enabled strategic partnerships, new customers around the world.
And last month, you announced a transcontinental strategic partnership with G42, including the deployment Condor Galaxy 1. This is the world's largest AI supercomputer, and this seems to potentially break the narrative that no other company can compete against the larger incumbents like NVIDIA. How were you able to win this deal, and what are you most excited about in this partnership?
I think this was an extraordinary partnership. We're working closely with G42 to build enough compute to change the worldwide inventory of AI compute. So massive ambitions. We found a partner with enormous vision. And I think you're quite correct that the previous narrative was twofold. One was that the US hyperscalers were going to be dominant. I think that's not clearly the case. I think there will be very large buyers of AI compute around the world, in the Middle East, in the UAE, in Southeast Asia, in Korea, in Indonesia, and across Europe, of course. And also that the only way to go was NVIDIA. And I think we've now stood up many exaflops of compute. Many of the most interesting models in the open source community are now trained on Cerebras gear, sort of invalidating the notion that it has to be on NVIDIA.
And Cerebras started as a hardware company, but this year you've been prolific with software launches. You've released 3 open source large language models. What do these models do? And is the company evolving to be more than a hardware company?
I think you have to be more than a hardware company. We always envisioned ourselves as a system company, right? So we design a processor, we design the system, and we design the software that the user interfaces with the machine with. Over time, our customers came to us and said, we want help building models. And so we moved upstream into the building of models business. We have put 7 open source GPT models into the open source community. We've put the largest and highest performing 3 billion parameter model. And then last week, in combination with our partners, we launched the largest Arabic LLM. And so we've done an enormous amount of work enabling our customers to get benefits from AI, not just stand up compute for them.
Andrew, let's take a look at this from a higher level and all this work and your timeline over the past few years. Explain more broadly the problems that you're trying to solve. How are Cerebras and your customers advancing AI in various industries like healthcare, energy, climate, and more?
Sure. There are 3 fundamental elements in an AI problem. You need an enormous amount of compute, you need a model, and you need data. And at Cerebras, we've worked on all 3 of these dimensions. We've stood up some of the largest AI supercomputers. We've worked with partners and our own research team to develop leading models. And we put leading data sets into the community. How this helps, I think we're just scratching the surface of what generative AI can produce. We're working with large hospital chains on using medical records to predict the duration and the intensity of disease. We're working with large energy companies to predict where oil will be and to more efficiently harvest oil fields and everything in between. And so I think what you're seeing is just the beginning of an extraordinary new technology that will have broad impact on all aspects of the economy.
All right, Andrew, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
You got it.